Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today to talk about my January empties. Now, this is a little bit different to normal empties because I was away. I went to Bali for a week mid-Jan, and I did use up a bunch of samples while I was away. I pretty much packed as many samples and sachets and little tubes of things that I had available. So I actually did take a photo of my empties when I was packing up. So everything I threw out after that trip, I've got a photo of. I'll sort of run through it a little bit at the end. It's sort of really hard to tell a sachet, like what you think of the product and whether you would repurchase it, but I thought it'd be like accurate to show you that I've also used up those products. Also, I did really try to coax my cat to sit here. I put the bed up there with her in it. She jumped off just before I started recording, but she's very funny at the moment because we've just half shaved her. Also, if you're wondering what makeup I'm wearing, I will list a couple of things in the description box. Not everything, but a couple of key things. All right, so I did use up quite a lot in January. I don't know how I used up that many, but one of them is a candle. So I've had this candle up on my bench. I've got another one right there. I've had these two up on my bench and I've been sort of alternating burning them, and they're both nearly done. So this is by Glasshouse and it's the Florence fragrance, which I think is a limited edition Mother's Day one. So it's described as being wild, peonies and lily, but I can smell something sweet in there, like a vanilla-y scent, something like that. I really like these candles. I do try to clean them out and keep these jars because I find these jars are handy for everything from earrings to hair clips to makeup sponges and whatever you need. So I sort of just clean these out. But yeah, I really did like this scent. I probably wouldn't repurchase this particular scent because it's not my favorite out of the Glasshouse range, but I did really enjoy it, and it was really nice in sort of like the warmer weather because it was quite soft and floral and sort of not super fresh, but like it wasn't that sort of caramelly heavy scent that I prefer in winter. So I liked that. Let's get rid of some of these big things, shall we? So I used up this body scrub. It is the Pattrina green lime aromatic body scrub. So this one I got from Ess-Toner. So it is, I think it's a Korean brand. So this is actually a brand from Thailand, and I got it from Ess-Toner. I bought a few body scrubs because I was like, I need some body scrubs, and I wanted to try a few that had like interesting scents. So green lime really did resonate with me. I really like lime scented things. And I think the best thing about this was the scent. It sort of reminded me of, if you're in Australia, Cooler Cordial, that lime cordial reminds me of that. So I really did enjoy using it, but as a scrub, I don't think it was scrubby enough for my standards. I like the ones in the tub that are like almost solid scrubs. I like those. This did a pretty okay job, but I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but I did like the scent. So if you like more of just a general body scrub and you like lime, this one might be one you want to check out. There we go. Another scrub that I sort of used on my body because I didn't really like it on my face. It's by Shea Moisture. I really, really dig Shea Moisture. Pretty much everything I've tried from them. And I do have a sachet that I'll talk about in the end in that photo that I took traveling. Everything from Shea Moisture I've used besides this one product I've really, really liked. So this is the African Black Soap Clarifying Facial Wash and Scrub. So it's got tamarind extract and tea tree oil. So it's for blemish prone skin. Now the thing that I didn't really like about this was it's one of those sort of really sort of thick cream lotion based scrub. So it's almost like a thick lotion with flecks in it. I didn't even know what the flecks were. I tried to look. It looks like coffee scrub, but I think they're little wax beads that are black. And I just don't think it did enough for me. I also didn't like the texture of the thick lotion that it was in. It just doesn't really work for my oily skin. And even though this is for blemish prone skin, which I do get breakouts, I didn't dig this. It wasn't up my alley. So I ended up using this on my body. I wouldn't repurchase this, but there are many other things in this range that I would repurchase. I really love the black bar soap. I also really love this thing here. I actually mentioned this in a favorites the other month, I think it was. So this is the African Black Soap Soothing Body Wash. It's got oats, aloe, and vitamin E. So this also has those black specks in it. So I found that this I liked this. I think it smells really nice. Let me remind myself. It has like a cocoa butter scent to it, but it's a really nice body wash. It just lathers really well, cleans really well. It doesn't strip your skin because it does have all those sort of aloe and vitamin E and all that kind of stuff in it. So I found it really, really nice and moisturizing, but really worked really well. I found the scent was not over the top obnoxious. It was just like a nice scent that you could use all year round. And I just really liked it. I think the little body bits in it didn't make sense to me. And they were mainly just at the bottom. So unless you shake it every time you use it, which I never did, you only mainly got most of the black little, I don't know, exfoliating dots. You mainly got it right at the end. And I usually use this on like a puff things and I put on my body. So the little spots were just messy. So that was the thing I didn't like about this the most, but I really liked the body wash in general and I would totally repurchase it. So I really do like this range. I just didn't like the face exfoliator. They could do a really good one if they just ramped up the sort of exfoliating particles and toned down on the creaminess. I think they could do a really good thing. I didn't even know I used this up. How did I use this up without even knowing? This is the Roche-Posay Serozinc. This is the zinc sulfate solution cleansing soothing. So it's pretty much just like a water spray, but it's got zinc in it. And it's designed to sort of, the cats are running around. Thanks, Boogie. So this can be used in a variety of different ways. Like you can use it under your makeup, you can use it over your makeup, you can refresh it during the day, you can sort of use it as a toner. You can use it like, it's pretty much water, expensive water. But the zinc is supposed to help control oils. So I don't know if I saw that, but I do like having these sort of products on hand. The sort of compressed water element of it and the really sort of fine mist that's a bit splurty right now because there's only a little bit left. These cats, I swear to God. But I do like these products in summer. They're not something that I use in my daily routine, so I probably wouldn't rush out and buy this, but I do think I have a couple of little sample ones. So yeah, if you do like these sort of water refreshing products and you want one that does help control oil a little bit, this might be one that you're interested in. But yeah, it doesn't really fit into my skincare routine, but it's nice in summer. Cotton rounds, I use these for removing nail polish. I use them for putting Bioderma on my face. These ones weren't fantastic, but they were cheap. Another product that I only used up just last night is by Sassou. This is a Japanese brand, and this is the Shimmering Ess-Toner. So it's an essence toner. And I really did like this. I'll put a photo on the screen of what it looks like when it's brand new. So it's in an airless pump, so it is clear. You can see the product in it when it starts off, and it's this sort of like a serum type product that has gold flecks in it, which is a bit bougie, and a lot of skincare brands that put gold in their products will praise the benefits of gold until the cows come home. Personally, I don't really buy that BS. I feel like it's just one of those, oh, I love designer handbags and I love spending money on bougie things. Like I feel like that's the market or the customer they're sort of going for with the gold infused skincare. So the gold I didn't really buy, but this essence toner was actually really good. The only problem with it is that it is very expensive. I do like other things from this brand that I've tried, and I have received them in PR luckily when they launched in Australia, so I didn't have to spend the money on them. But out of all the things I have tried, I would consider buying this because I did notice a difference when I used it. So I sort of went through periods where I'd use it for a couple of months, I would stop, and then I'd use it again for a couple of months, and I've sort of been using it consistently for the last couple of months. So it does last a reasonable amount of time. All you do is you sort of cleanse your face, and then you put this on as like the toner step, the essence sort of toner step. It's a thin watery sort of product, like an essence, and you just put on your face, you let it sort of sink in, and then you put your night serum or your moisturizer over the top. And I did find that my skin was a lot smoother and felt a lot more sort of, I don't want to say firm, but felt better. It just felt better when I was consistently using this. So I do think this product is a good product. I sort of want them to take out the gold and make it cheaper though, because I think if they did that, it would be absolutely bomb. But the price tag on this and the unnecessary gold in it, I find it really hard to want to buy, but I do know it works. Whether it's the gold that works or just the serum. I think it might just be the serum essence stuff. But I did like this and I would consider repurchasing it, especially if it was on sale. Some more bougie sort of products that I used up. One is something that's, once again, been in my collection for a good year now. And when I got this, I used it consistently for months. I loved it. I still love it. And then I stopped, not because I didn't like the product, but I kind of wanted to savor the product, if that makes sense. And I did mention this, I think, at the start of last year in my favorites, or maybe even like end of 2017. And I sort of stopped using it. And then recently I was like, look, I really need to use this before it goes off because it's such a good product. But I was sort of holding it out for when I went traveling, because this is like a one-stop shop night routine. And it's by Bioeffect. Now I have actually seen this. You can buy it in David Jones, but I've also seen it in some Priceline stores. Now it's not on their website, but in their Burke Street Priceline store, there is actually a stand of this right near the, where is it? It's sort of right near the sunscreens and stuff, I think, but there is a stand of this. The boxes are white and like mint green striped. So I'll definitely pick this up in a 40% off skincare sale. I'll probably pick up multiples. This is not cheap, this serum. So it's, I should actually tell you what it is. It's the EGF serum, and at the moment it looks milky in there, but that's because I just reused this bottle and put cleansing oil in it when I was in Bali, and I've just cleaned it out last night, and cleansing oil emulsifies and goes milky. But it's actually just a clear serum, and what you do is you apply 2 or 3 drops onto damp skin. So you wash your face. I just get out of the shower, sort of towel dry my face slightly, and then I get 2 to 3 drops of this, work it in my face, and that's all you do. There's no serums, there's no moisturizers, there's no anything. You just use this. You use this on clean skin and it works a treat. You don't feel dehydrated. You don't feel like you need to slather yourself in night masks. This is a one-stop shop, and that's why I sort of stopped using it. Not only was I trying to try some other skincare that came into my life, but I thought this is perfect for traveling because I just need to use this. This is the one thing I need to use at night. It's amazing. And if you look at it like that, this is actually not a super, super expensive product. It is super, super expensive. But if it replaces your night moisturizer, your night serums and whatnot, this actually is pretty affordable. And this little bottle will last you quite a few months because you use only 2 to 3 drops of it. And if it doesn't spread all over your face, it's because your face is too dry. Maybe just put a little bit of water on it and then, or like a face spray or something, then work it in, and it's such a good product. This product, however, so it does really, I don't know, it made my skin feel really plump. It made it feel really smooth. But what EGF serums essentially do is they're epidermal growth factor serums. So they encourage your skin cells to regenerate. The problem with that is if you have cancerous cells, so for example, you have skin cancer on your face, there is some research to suggest that it can help grow those cancer cells faster. So whenever I mention this serum, people are like, I've heard that causes cancer. EGF serums don't cause cancer, but they do help cell growth. So if you have cancerous cells, it could potentially, there's a slight chance that it could help those cancerous cells grow, but it doesn't cause cancer. But it's a fantastic product. It's a hero product from Bioeffect. It's one that I highly recommend from the range. I have tried other things from the Bioeffect range, and even though they are good, I don't think they're worth the price tag because they're sort of like pretty decent but basic products, whereas this is something like no other. I would definitely repurchase this, and now that I've seen it at Priceline, I would make a trip into the city just to buy this when it's 40% off because it is fantastic, but it is very expensive, but I would repurchase that. It's great. But speaking about Bioeffect, I also tried a scrub of theirs. This is the Volcanic Exfoliator. So it's a clarifying exfoliator with Icelandic microcrystalline lava. Now, this is an interesting product. It's sort of like a gel product with, I don't know if you can see, little like particles in it. I guess that's the lava particles. But this is a gel. I'm going to see if I can get some out. All right, so this is a gel with little scrubby particles in it. Now, once again, there's not many scrubby particles in it. So I felt this was to be a very, very gentle exfoliant, which is fine. And you sort of use this as an everyday exfoliant. You really have to work it into your face to actually feel the effect. But I like this product overall. I'm gonna spray some water on it. So if you add water to it, it does emulsify. So it does turn into a milk and it does wash away. And I think I like that about this whole thing the most. I found that it really effectively cleanses skin, but also your skin feels really soft and smooth after using it. So as an exfoliator, I don't think this is worth the money because once again, the price tag is super, super high. But I do think that if you like a luxurious, effective cleanser, you might want to look into this. Personally, for me, it's a little bit out of my price range for what it is. I would much prefer to use a basic cleanser and invest in the serum, but I did like the effect of this. Not as a scrub, but just as a slightly exfoliating sort of daily or every other day cleanser. I thought it actually did work very well, but the price tag's a little bit high, guys. A cleanser that I did use and I thought was worth the money is by Aken. So this is the Oil Control Clarifying Cleansing Mousse with Detoxing Bamboo Extract. So this was one of those foam products and I'm gonna see if I can get any out. A little bit. Now I really like the scent of this. It had a really sort of fresh herbal scent to it. So it does have things like rosemary leaf oil. It has orange flower water. It's got linseed extract. It does have lavender extract as well. So it's quite a herbal scent, but it was just a really nice light, see it's already sort of disappeared because it's a foam, but it was just a really nice light cleanser that effectively like cleansed your skin without stripping it. And it just, I liked it. I think it does work well for like oil control. It's just a basic cleanser that actually works really well. It's Australian made and owned, not tested on animals, 100% vegan. It's got recyclable packaging, no sulfates, no parabens, no, all that kind of stuff, no silicons. So if you just want a cleanser that works well, I like this. I think it's a good cleanser. I would repurchase that. Hand cream that I used up is by Enbacci. I really like the brand Enbacci. They're an Australian brand. They're more of a higher end Australian brands. They're not like luxury where they're like ridiculously priced, but they are pretty expensive. But I do think everything I've tried from them I really like. I particularly like their, what do I particularly like? I particularly like their face scrub. Their face scrub is bomb. So anyway, this is a dry touch moisturizing smooth finish hand and nail cream, and I really like this. I like the scents that Enbacci put in things. It almost smells like, let me have a look. I can't get any out. I really did use this to the very last drop, didn't I? I don't know. I like to think of it as like a iced tea, like a green iced tea scent. It's really refreshing. I really like it. It was a really nice light hand cream that really helps like moisturize your skin but doesn't make your hands feel greasy, which is perfect because I always find that I need to reach for a hand cream when I'm driving. I don't know why, but when my hands are on the steering wheel and the sun's coming in, I'm like, oh, my hands are so dry. So when I stop at a red light, I always have like hand cream in my handbag or in my glove box. And this was one that I really enjoyed using because it wouldn't make my steering wheel greasy and gross. So yeah, I would throw that at myself. No, I'd definitely repurchase this. I really like Enbacci. Like I said, I like their scent. I like the products. Their face scrub is my favorite from the range. Absolutely. So I like this. Another product that I really liked and I would definitely repurchase. This is from Divines. It's the Spotlight Circle and it's a hair mask. So shine as never before hair mask. This was a little 50ml one and it looks like you just use it like once and throw it away, but you don't because it's got a little stopper in there. So you can use some, you can close it, use it again. A hairdresser subscriber of mine sent me a bunch of these products and they're fantastic. So thank you, Madeline, you're a gun. And I really, really enjoy this. I'll definitely reuse it. I kind of want this in big tubs. But I also really like the format of this because this lasted me a couple of months, the 50ml. I used it as a sort of conditioner. So instead of conditioning my hair in the shower, I would put a little bit of this in. I would leave it in for a few minutes and then I'd wash it out. And I think this works really well. It doesn't weigh down my hair. It's not too heavy and greasy, but it really works really well. So I like this brand. I like this format. If you have something in a tub, even though it's probably better value because you get more product in it, I just find that you sort of use a lot, and also water can get in the tub. I thought this was a really smart little sachet, so I'm really keen to try more from this brand. So yes, I very much like this. And it is paraben and sulfate free. There you go. I finally used up an eye cream that I've had for since maybe April. I've been using it for a while. This is from Ultraceuticals, and it's the MD Ultimate Eye Cream. So this is sort of like a medical grade eye cream, and it's got retinol in it. So this is very expensive, and I didn't really see amazing results from it. So I ended up just using this on my face to use it up, but I did try to use this. I started using it every other night, then I started using it every night, and I just don't know if I saw a dramatic difference to make this worth the price tag, which is like $100 and something. So I like it, I think, but I probably wouldn't repurchase it. I do like Ultraceuticals as a brand. I just didn't see such a dramatic difference for this to be worth my time. All right, I also used up this face mask. This was by Etude House. It's the Firming Skin Radiance Blueberry Mask. I didn't mind this. I used this when I got back from Bali because my skin was shit. It was fine. I quite liked it. It wasn't amazing though, so I'd probably buy other ones over this. It didn't leave a lasting impression in my head, but it was, you know, decent as just a hydrating sheet mask. I haven't been using too many lashes recently because, you know, it's been hot and I've been on holidays and I don't really care about lashes, but the ones that I have used up are my typical Model Rock lashes in W376. I use these all the time. I cut them in half. They're very comfortable. They're very affordable. So yeah, I used up those and I would repurchase. I don't need to because I probably got a pair. I probably got 25 to 50 pairs in a drawer right now because I use them all the time. A couple of products from my project pan. So I started my project pan, was it the 2nd or 3rd week into January, and I've already used up a couple of products. Well, look, I've used them up, but I've technically used these up, but at the same time, it's not like legit using up. The first one is by Laneige. This is the eye sleeping mask. I've got the sleeping mask for the face that I'm using in my bathroom at the moment, but this is sort of like a gel, liquidy sort of serum that you put under your eyes, and I just didn't really see any good effect with it. So I was like, oh, I'm going to focus on this to use it up. But I actually kept this on my beauty table where I do my makeup, and I was like, oh, I have to keep putting this in the bathroom because if I don't put it in the bathroom, I'm not going to use it. So I started actually using it instead. I had a heat rash when I got back from Bali, and I started using it on my arms, and got to a point where I'd take this out and I would be like, give me the stuff, because since it is like a thin liquid, it doesn't leave your body really, really sticky and like greasy. So I thought this was nice to use on my arms to just help hydrate my arms. And I used it up. So I wouldn't repurchase this. I don't like it as an eye mask. I didn't like it. I'd much prefer to just use the normal sleeping mask and bring that sort of under your eye area. I didn't see the point of having this. So yeah, I used it up. I wouldn't repurchase it. Another thing I sort of used up was my lip balm that I included in my project pan. This is the EOS lip balm. I think it's in like strawberry or something. I really like the scent. And I brought it to Bali. It smells really yum. But it melted. So I did dig it out and I did start using it a bit, but I thought, look, it is destined to be done. So even though I didn't actually technically use this up, it carked it on me, so it's dead. So I'm going to move on. But I do like EOS balms, and this one was a nice one. I would have been happy to continue using it, but it melted. All right, speaking of Bali, let's go through some of the products that I used up while I was in Bali. I do want to mention that I used up this sample after coming back. So I did bring this with me, but I didn't actually use it up. but I did use it when I got back. This is by Glyco. It's the Advanced Collagen Rejuvenating Cream. Glyco is a really pricey brand, but they have very good active ingredients, and from what I've experienced, some of their products are fucking bomb. They work really, really, really well. And I would, like, if you don't have heaps of money to spend on skincare, I would look at what your skin concern is and maybe pick one product from them, and have that as like your hero product in the range. I particularly love their scrub. Their scrub is so good. It's amazing. Their retinol oil product as well is so good. But I like this. It was a nice moisturizer. It was a 3 ml. I used it over a few days. Felt really nice, and I would look into buying more of these products in the full size. But yeah, I don't know the long-standing effects of this because I only used it for a few days. But I also used up another one while I was in Bali. So I wanted to mention this one. It's the Intense Renewal Night Cream. This one's really, really interesting. It was a night cream that I used over the whole time I was in Bali. So the little sample did last me about a week. And it was a tingly night cream. So there are actives in it. It does, if you like this sort of feel of tingly products because you know they're working and they're doing something, this is a night cream you might want to look for. Once again, this is very expensive skincare. So, you know, it's not for everyone. But if you really like active skincare that works and really helps with like preventing aging or minimize the effects of aging, I really like Glyco. I used up another mask. This is a purifying face sheet mask. So I used this as soon as I got into, I think I used it the morning after we got into Bali. We got into Bali at like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night, pretty much had a shower, went to sleep, and then I used this in the morning. It was quite nice, didn't hate it. Moving over to the Neutrogena, this is the Hydro Boost Overnight Gel Mask. I'm just gonna say, even though this gel mask was quite nice, this little tub, this covered my whole goddamn body. I went to just put a little bit on and I was like, wait, I've got this open tub that's gonna dry out. What am I gonna do with it? I literally covered my body in this face mask. So this one-use little tub, yeah, I know, cats, it is extreme. This one-use little tub, I don't know if you'd want to depot this and put it in a jar that is more airtight, because you could literally use this little sample or this little one-use pot for, I'm gonna say 2 weeks on your face. So it's an all right product, but it just shocked me how this should be in a tub that you can close because it's a lot of product in there. Then I used some other sort of samples around things that I mainly used on my body. So after, you know, you'd be at the pool all day, I would just take some like Bioderma little samples or even some like serums, just from like Korean brands that I had around, and I'd put it on my body. So a lot of these I can't really speak too much about. The Kate Somerville Exfoliate, that's an exfoliator that's really, really popular. People love it. I didn't mind it. It is a combination of a physical and a chemical exfoliator. So you've got the scrubbing action, but it also has that chemical exfoliating effect. So I've got friends that actually like swear by this and recommend it till the cows come home. I prefer the Glyco one. Hands down, the Glyco one is more expensive, but I've had the Glyco one for going on, I don't know, 6 months. I use it maybe once a week. And it's insane. I think it works way better than this Kate Somerville one. So I wouldn't buy the Kate Somerville one. The Frank Provost conditioner and shampoo. I bought these with me because they were 50 ml and I thought they were going to last me all week. They didn't. Luckily, I brought some back up because these shampoo and conditioners, even though they might be decent, and I think in normal circumstances, they might be really good for my hair. But after I was in the pool and I had like salts and fucking, you know, chlorine and stuff in my hair, I had to wash my hair one night. I think it was 4 times to get everything out of my hair. My hair was longer at the time, but I just found that this didn't get rid of a lot of gunk. So if you use a lot of hair products or you go swimming or something like that, these don't actually remove a lot of buildup. I found that, yeah, I kind of struggled with these. So it didn't encourage me to want to buy them again, but I think under normal hair circumstances, they might be good products. Shea Moisture, these hair products really surprised me. These are the Strengthen and Restore Shampoo and Leave-In Conditioner. I really liked these. the conditioner was quite heavy, so I did use a small amount as a leave-in, but I mainly just used it as a normal conditioner, but I really, really loved the shampoos. So this whole range is sulfate and paraben free, so if you're looking for affordable ones, Shea Moisture isn't the most affordable brand, but once again, in Australia, you can get it at Priceline, so if there's any hair care sales that are often 40-50% off, you can buy it then, but I would definitely look at repurchasing that shampoo. And I think that's everything I sort of want to comment on in this photo. There was also a BB cream that I was going to use one day. Hang on, I'll find it. So this CC cream from Vanilla Co. I was going to use this one day just as a CC cream. I thought, okay, cool. It's got SPF 30. I'll try it. But look at the color. It was sort of like paper white with a tinge of peach. So I showed you what it looks like on my hand and I could not use it on my face. I tried to use it a little bit and I'm like, I look like a ghost. No, pass. So those are the products that I used up in January. Some of them were great, some of them were not so great. And that's just sort of like my thoughts on them and whether I would repurchase them. Okay, so last year when I did my empties, I tallied up sort of the value of these products. And if I was to repurchase everything full price, last year I used up, it was very close to 5,000 Australian dollars, but there were products that I used up and I didn't include in my empties. I explained that they were like soaps and they were like, shampoo bars and whatnot that I have no evidence of after I used them, so I didn't include them in my empties. So I would have definitely solidly used $5,000 worth of products. Now I was debating whether or not I do that same thing this year, and I don't see the point because I think I will still be using a similar amount of products this year. And also what I think that didn't reflect on is that some of these products are PR and do get sent to me through PR, but every other product that I buy, or 90% of every other product that I buy on sale. So I'm not a chump. I will wait for sales. I will stock up on sales. I'll go, okay, what store has this currently on sale? And if I see that Priceline or Chemist Warehouse has a particular brand, like if I see Shea Moisture on sale, I'm not going to buy this full price. I'm always going to buy this 40% off to 50% off because I don't make much money on YouTube and I'm not a sucker. So I didn't want to do that this year because even though it shows like the value of the products I used up, it's not reflective of what I've spent on the product. So I thought this year I'm not going to do it, but it was sort of an interesting experiment to do last year. So if you're wondering why I'm not doing it, that's why. Because like looking around here at the products that are in front of me, I did buy some of these products full price like this because it doesn't go on sale very often, but most things around here do go on sale. I can pick up this 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 on sale. So, I just didn't feel the need to put in the full retail value, and I don't also remember what I've paid for everything, so I couldn't, recap on what I've personally paid for it. That's why I'm not doing it this year. All right, guys, hopefully you found that enjoyable. It was the first empties of January and sort of slightly into February. It's a thing. It happens. But I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.